guys, my name's Sancho, and today I wanted to share with y'all the 5 life songs that I feel have really helped me a lot through my life, and some of the higher points that I've had, and some of the really low ones that I thought, it made me feel like life was going to be over. So, I really feel that whenever I was about 6 years old, that's when music started impacting me the most. My parents weren't doing so good, they were fighting a lot, and of course, like any normal kids, we thought that it was our fault, me and my brother. And we just kind of tried to stay out of their way and try to keep from getting into it. But every night, even though they had been fighting all day, every night my mom would come and sing the song So Happy Together by the Turtles. And it kind of made me feel like, even though all this was going on, that things were going to be okay. We're still going to be so happy together, no matter what. Imagine me and you, I do. That song just really made me feel like it was going to be okay. Everything was just really good at this point. So the fighting continues and they separate, and eventually it turns into a divorce, which is kind of strange because my mom actually moved next door to us because her parents had lived there. They moved from New Orleans whenever we were younger because they were both sick, so they wanted to move closer to us, and that house just happened to be for sale. So my mom inherited that when they both passed from cancer. So she moved next door. This is kind of strange because it didn't feel like they were divorced. It was just kind of silly. I would just walk across the yard and they're both there. So, it wasn't that big of a deal. More presents at Christmas. It's kind of a cool thing. So whenever they got divorced, it took a really big toll on my mom. She's the one that definitely, I could tell, was suffering for it more. This song, so she was suffering a lot, and she got into drugs really bad. She got into drugs, started getting into heavy drinking. She pretty much did everything she felt she could not do when she was married, which is, partying, all these things that are inappropriate when you're in a relationship. So she got involved with a younger crowd. Like, she's 42 at the time, and she started hanging out with people that were like 17. It was weird. And me, I'm only like 12, so it's weird. So the song Yeah by Usher, really, it came out at this time, and of course because of her newfound way of life, she was into this song. She's in and out of jail because of drugs, obviously, and she's overdosing, trying to kill herself because, she knows she's ruining her life, and she knows she's missing out on her children's life, and it just is not a good situation. So I thought that maybe if I liked the song Yeah too, because at this point I really only like country, I thought maybe if I adapted that same kind of music, if I liked it, maybe she would not feel the need to be going out with all these people. Maybe I would be enough for her. So, I started getting into the hip-hop, all this kind of stuff. So Yeah was a really good song to try and connect with her. So she's still in and out of jail at this point. I'm in high school. My dad becomes really strict on me, extremely strict, because he's extremely afraid I'm going to become just like her. He's afraid I'm going to get into the wrong crowd. Doesn't let me go anywhere. Homecoming, you can forget about that. Prom, anything like that was like a no-no. So, all my friends are going to the movies and out to eat, and I don't even ask my dad because I had asked before, and it started a fight. So I'd rather just keep that, on the down low, didn't even ask. That was freshman year. I can't understand. I was really young. So sophomore year comes, and, I'm still feeling a little sad. The song Outside Looking In by Jeanette Pruitt. She talks about you don't know what it's like to feel left out. You don't know what it's like to be outside the crowd. It made me feel better because I thought, hey, obviously I'm not the only person that's being left out. It's everybody. A lot of people are experiencing this. It's okay. I'm going to get older. Things are going to be fine. So sophomore year comes, and I'm finally, I meet somebody in PE, actually. I meet this boy, and he's the nerdiest of the nerds. Like, he's cute, but he has, like, super good grades, like, awesome, like, all A's, and he was really smart. And I'm like, well, I like him, and I think my dad is going to like him because he's obviously on the right track, not going to get me into anything like drugs. Bring him over to the house, and as strict as my dad is, it went as well as it possibly could. he liked him and it was okay. I was allowed to do things with him because he trusted us. So that was good. But as the relationship went on, he thought I was not good enough for him because I didn't have the straight A's he had all of his life. I wasn't making F's, but I made B's and C's, which in his eyes it wasn't good. So he stayed with me, but he always felt like I wasn't good enough for him. I just was not the smart girlfriend that he wanted. So he always told me, you're not good enough. You're never going to pass that. So it was really, when you're in high school, it's already kind of, your confidence is down here. And that's not what you need. You don't need somebody bringing you down. So 4 years passes, and I'm still with him. Not today, but 4 year passes, and I finally realized, I'm like, I really don't need this. I come to college, I really don't need this. There's so many guys out there, and he's just not worth it. He's not helping me at all. He's like being addicted to a cigarette. You like it, but at the same time, it's not good for you. It's not. So, break up with him, and the song Somebody I Used to Know by Gayot, I think is how it's pronounced. That song really helped me get through the breakup. He says, you didn't have to cut me off, make out like it never happened, and then we were nothing. That's exactly how it happened. And I feel like that's how it had to happen. We had to just cut ties, because had we have continued to text, I would have wanted him back. So, that song really helped me through the breakup. Then finally, I'm in college, doing good. I'm working a lot more so that I can keep my mind off of things. And I work at a restaurant job, Santa Fe, and I meet a guy, and he's a little bit older than me. He's 6 years older than me, but he's really, really the sweetest guy ever, and I think I've always been a little bit more mature, so it works out for us. And to this day, we're together. We've been together about 6 months, and he's a really good guy to me. And so this song, Paradise by Coldplay, it makes me think of him, because when I think of him, it's just the most serene, good thing that could possibly be going on. He's so supportive of everything, helps me with my homework. He's a good guy. So definitely I'm in a good place in my life, and I'm doing well in school, and I'm just happy with the way things are going. So those are my 5 life songs, and I hope that y'all enjoyed that.